But we are in the midst of a seller's market right now, and there are certainly people that are on the fence right now about possibly selling their home. And the number one concern that I'm hearing from a lot of people is like, if I sell, where am I going to buy? And so let's talk about a bridge loan, what it is, and how can this really help serve others. So, Kristin, take it away. What is a bridge loan? Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Tim here with the TMA Connection, our local podcast show that focuses on people that are making a difference in the lives of others, whether it's through events or things in the community, different organizations, and every once in a while we do throw some real estate in there. Today, I'm honored. We have Kristin Deems from Atlantic Coast Mortgage here. Kristin, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one because I've really been looking forward to sitting down and having this conversation with you. I think what you're going to bring today is going to provide people with so much value, especially if you're considering selling a home, but you're worried about having to buy. And I think you could very well get a lot out of this episode. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So Kristin, before we jump into what we're going to be talking about today, which is bridge loans, tell everybody a little bit about who Kristin Deems is.
So I'm Kristin Deems with Atlantic Coast Mortgage. I've been in the mortgage space for 6 years. Prior to that, I was in retail banking for 4 years, and I'm local. I live a jump, skip, a hop away over the Conowingo Dam.
Oh, okay. You're up there in Cecil County, huh?
Yeah, Cecil County, but just right over the line, So I'm still close enough to you guys.
Gotcha.
And I have a 4-year-old daughter, and then I'm expecting in April.
Yes, congratulations.
So, thank you. So this year it's all about growing my family and my business.
That's awesome. Do we know do we know what you're going to have?
It's a boy.
It is a boy, and you say you have a daughter, so
yes,
that
boy
nice,
and a girl.
That nice balance.
Yeah, exactly. The perfect American family.
There you go. See, I'm dominated by women in my house.
Oh gosh, I don't know how you do it.
We got the three daughters, my wife. Oh, I'm sorry, I do have a boy. It's my dog Benny.
The dog. Okay.
Yeah,
you got to have another guy somewhere in there.
Somewhere, yeah. So we tend to hang out with each other and support one another and
get through the hard times.
To get through the hard times. Right. But we are in the midst of a seller's market right now, and there are certainly people that are on the fence right now about possibly selling their home. Mm-hmm. And the number one concern that I'm hearing from a lot of people is like, if I sell, where am I going to buy?
Right.
And so let's talk about a bridge loan, what it is, and how can this really help serve others. So, Kristin, take it away. What is a bridge loan?
So there's 2 types of bridge loans. There's a bridge loan to refinance and a bridge loan to purchase. So the bridge loan to refinance is basically pulling out the equity to then put towards the new house. Okay. And then the bridge to purchase is when you can't qualify with both payments. So with your current home payment and the new house payment, you can't qualify with both. We're able to exclude your current house payment, so then you're able to still buy with both.
Okay. So because, and certainly there are plenty of people out there that don't feel maybe they can, but they maybe don't even feel comfortable with having 2 mortgages going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying that they are paying their mortgage?
So with the bridge loan, it's kind of technically 2 different loans. Okay. So they're going to have their new house loan, which is just regular financing, whatever they want to do. And then they have a bridge loan. So whether it's the refinance or the bridge to purchase, essentially you're just making the interest-only payments on that.
Okay. All right. Very good. And so what qualifies someone to be able to utilize one of these bridge loan products?
So it's a niche product. So they do have to fit in the box a little bit, but excellent credit, 6 months reserves, and a lot of equity in their current house.
Okay. And certainly we were talking off camera right before we started about everything that we've been discussing. And to go into too much of a specific is, there's not like a one size fits all type of situation with people.
Right. Yeah. This is a portfolio product, so we can kind of maneuver it a little bit however we want to kind of make it fit.
Okay. And, you know, we recently worked with a set of buyers. We were able to help them find their forever home.
Yes, that was awesome.
While they were kind of downsizing. And in the market, they were able to capitalize on putting their house up on the market after they found their home of choice. Yeah. So how long after you end, when you do go under contract, tell me about the timeline of what this bridge loan looks like. How long do you have to sell the house that you're currently in, all that stuff?
Yeah. So the bridge loan is going on at the same time that you're purchasing the new house. So we're going to be closing on them at the same time, basically.
Okay.
Once you close on the bridge loan and your new house, then you have a 6-month term.
Okay.
To kind of sell your old house.
Are we gonna struggle with getting a home sold in 6 months?
No, definitely not.
I mean, if it lasts for maybe 6 days, I mean that would be a shocker.
I know,
with some
right?
With some homes, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a case by case, because I have heard that concern. Like, what if my house doesn't sell?
Yeah.
Like, well, do you see the way houses are selling? You can't even get your foot in the door in houses right now.
Right.
But it's a case by case. So we could get an extension on that if it went over the 6-month period, but with the seller's market, I just don't see that even happening.
Yeah, I think, and certainly in talking to our sellers that we've been working with, it's two things. It's, you know, taking the time to really prepare your home to get it ready for sale. You know,
right.
I mean, you still have to sell something, so it needs to look attractive. And
moving everything out of it too. That's been like a huge concern for some clients. I know one client came to me and her son was disabled.
Okay.
So the new house they were working on, they kind of had to make it like handicap accessible and everything. So they kind of needed that brief period of overlap where they were in their current house so they could work on the new one.
Yeah, I mean, how nice would it be to be able to settle in your house, get things moved in, get yourself situated, versus, and it happens all the time. There are plenty of people who have to buy and sell on the same day. Right. You know, you go to settlement for one property in the morning, go to the other settlement. But how sweet it would be to be able to get everything cleaned up, get your stuff out, get back into the new house, and then go to closing, you know, afterwards. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, the other benefit or the other thing to take into consideration too when you are selling is just making sure that you're pricing the house right.
Correct.
Because, you know, there's 3 ways to price a house. You can go needle in the haystack and hope for the best. You can price it right at market value, or you can price it just below market value. What you find is that if you price it either at the market or just below the market value, you're more apt to get that higher price than if you started at the very top in the very beginning.
Yep.
Because all you know, the bank is going to have to come in and appraise the house, and of course there's other considerations to take into consideration when you're looking at offers and stuff like that. It's just not all about price.
Yeah.
But,
definitely.
Yeah. So, I had a question right there on the tip of my tongue, and I'm trying to think of what it was. Oh my goodness. Oh, I lost it. Man. So anything else that you can think of that people, maybe any kind of misconceptions about bridge loans, or and if you say something, maybe it'll jog my memory as to the question I was going to ask. Oh.
I mean, the 6-month term, I've gotten a lot of questions about that, people concerned about that, but we've addressed that. I would say the other thing would be, well, can I just get a line of credit kind of thing? And my answer is normally, I mean, you could possibly, but the banks are so backed up, it's typically 60 to 90 days before they're getting to anything like that.
Okay.
So that takes a ton of time, whereas
Okay.
I can have this ready for you in days.
Just like a regular loan.
Exactly. And then the other thing is cost, because they're giving you this line of credit on your current house for you to keep the house. It's not expected for you to then go and sell it.
Gotcha.
So there can be prepayment penalties and that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So as we wrap up this podcast, just have a few more questions to ask you, and then we'll get your contact information and everything. Last year, rates were ridiculously low. You know, I think at one point it got down to like 2.5%. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Where do you see interest rates going in this coming year?
Well, I wish I had a crystal ball to be able to predict exactly what rates would do. But based on the Federal Reserve saying that they're going to up the interest rates 3 times in 2022, I mean, they've already been trending up. So
Yeah.
they were artificially inflated because the Feds were just buying up bonds like crazy. They're not going to be doing that anymore. So I just think they're going to keep trending up.
Yeah.
But I mean, with the way rates are right now, they're still historically low.
Right.
It's still a great rate. It's just not where it was like a year ago.
Yeah, I had listened to a couple other places that were saying like maybe around 4% or whatever, but historically,
Right.
it's
Exactly.
still low, you know. So, but definitely, you know, I think you know, at some point things have to shift, and that's one of the ways that they make that shift.
Definitely.
You know? Yeah. So, second to last question. You've been doing this now, you said 6 years
Yep.
as a loan officer, 4 more years before that in banking. You've met a lot of people, you've helped a lot of people. What's the biggest thing that you love about what you do?
My favorite thing would be going to closing.
Okay.
With the clients, it's so thrilling to be able to get there with them.
Yeah.
You know, not every loan is smooth, easy sailing. Oh, we got a house and then we're buying it. You know, it's more of a roller coaster kind of effect on most people. So they're all stressed, especially first-time home buyers. You kind of have to hold their hand a little bit more. So getting to that finish line and then being able to celebrate with them,
Yeah.
that's my favorite.
Yeah. When I used to teach a few years back, left teaching in 2018, and when I first got into real estate in 2015, it was you teach because you want to make a difference.
Right.
And when I found that in real estate you could do that when you left the settlement table and everybody was really excited, and
Exactly.
it's a really cool feeling. So you had a lot of great information here. Certainly you do more than bridge loans.
Yes.
But I definitely think that this is a topic that people really need to hear about. If they have questions about bridge loans or any other kind of loans, where can people connect with you?
So they can give me a call on my cell, 410-490-6125. Anytime, weekends, evenings, I'm always available.
Yeah, and Kristin, I want to acknowledge you to everybody that will be listening and watching this on YouTube, is that you are a great communicator. Another lender who actually picks up their phone on the weekend, because we shop on the weekends.
Yeah, exactly. I'm working when you guys are working.
Yeah,
It's
and
the only way it's going to work for the clients, for everybody.
your availability has been phenomenal in the transactions that we've done together, and I hope that we can do a lot more together in 2022 and beyond.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you really do a great job for the real estate agent that's working with you, but as well as the buyers that are working with you. Super phenomenal lender, and I hope people do in fact reach out to you, because you are top of the class. There you go.
you.
So that's it for today, folks. Again, Kristin Deems with Atlantic Coast Mortgage. The contact information would have been up on the screen. Please reach out to her. She's a wealth of knowledge. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to us on YouTube. You can subscribe to us on anywhere you hear your podcasts. You can also follow our journey at the Markland Advantage on Facebook and Instagram. And we are also beefing up our TikTok. And I know...
I was just about to say that. I saw you guys on TikTok.
And Kristin is on TikTok too.
gosh.
TikTok too, yeah.
Yeah.
And so where can people follow you on TikTok?
It's Kristin Deems, ACM.
Kristin Deems, ACM, at TMA Real Estate for TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Until next time, live your life to the fullest, and we'll see you soon. Take care.